Hello YouTube world, Pretend Farmer here. Not a real farmer, just pretending. You know, the chickens are hiding in the shade because it's so hot outside right now. And honestly, Pretend Farmer doesn't even want to go outside because it's just too hot. So I thought it'd be fun to make a good video here sitting right in the AC. Feels pretty good here. I just thought it would be fun to do a video on 10 things that used to be around and have gone away and are not coming back. And some of these things I kind of wish would come back. Some of them I don't really care about. I made up a list, and here are 10 things that I have seen disappear in my lifetime. And of course, this is a millennial perspective. Now, if you're older, you're going to remember things I don't remember. This is just 10 things I remember as a millennial. Number 1, movie stores or video rental stores. Backstage, Blockbuster, whatever you want to call it. You used to be able to go to establishments, shop around, and rent a movie or video game. Now, this could be pretty fun because you could try out video games to see if they sucked or not before you actually went out and purchased them. Redbox, Hulu, Netflix, you got all sorts of avenues to go find movies and watch them, sometimes for free. Movie stores rapidly went extinct years ago. In fact, I don't currently know of anywhere where you can go right now locally and actually rent a movie. They're all gone. While it's much more convenient to be able to download or watch a movie on your TV or computer for free, there was just something fun about being able to go out and actually have the experience on a Friday night of picking out a movie, flipping over the boxes and looking at the pictures on the case to see if it looked appealing or not, get some ice cream while you're out. It just was kind of a fun Friday night experience that has kind of disappeared and is not coming back. Number 2 on my list for things that have gone away and are never coming back is disposable cameras. If you're old enough, you remember going on a field trip and taking along a camera that you had to wind up and snap a photo. And what's really great about these is you had absolutely no way of knowing what kind of picture you took, whether it even turned out or not, and the quality was poor at best. It was kind of this suspenseful surprise to see if you even got any pictures on that camera once the film got developed. Best part is you didn't have to be careful with them because if you dropped them, damaged them, or lost them, it was a disposable camera. It didn't matter. When you can snap pictures and review them instantly on your phone in 4K quality, I guess maybe even 5K now. I don't even know, whatever the last K is. Anyway, why would you ever want to go back to a disposable camera? I don't know if these can still be bought, maybe as a novelty type thing, but nobody in their right mind is going to take a disposable camera somewhere when they can just take their phone. Number 3, pump before you pay gasoline. You know, a fun game I used to play was I would pull up and pump my gas, try and stop it on an even number because I was going to go in and pay cash for it, and I didn't want any jingle in my pocket. I didn't want any change back. So you had to try and stop the pump on an even number, and if you filled it up too full, you would either overflow your tank a little bit or maybe like pour some in the trash can, anything to make sure that number stopped even so you didn't get change back. To me, it seemed a lot more hassle-free to roll up, just immediately start pumping your gas and go pay for it, then have to push all these buttons, enter your phone number for rewards, select yes if you want a car wash. Are you sure you don't want a car wash? There's so many things you got to do now, swiping the cards and all. It was just easier to go in and pay cash for it. And you had an excuse to buy a Slurpee, assuming you went to 7-Eleven. Turns out lots of people pumped their gas and never paid for it. I don't see the time ever coming back when you're going to be able to pump your gas and then go in and pay for it. People would go nuts. The 4th thing that has disappeared and is never coming back is supersized meals. Now, this is another one of those things that I kind of wish they had just kept around because everybody remembers being asked if you'd like to supersize that order. And I believe it was for an extra 50 cents or $1 or whatever. They would cram a whole lot more French fries or whatever to give you a bigger value meal when you went to McDonald's or wherever it was, Burger King. Of course, people started getting fat. We got to get rid of the supersized meals so they can stay skinny. Well, last time I checked, people are fatter than ever. I think what happened was they just ended up getting 2 meals. I've got my friend with me here, so I'm going to need 2 Whoppers and extra fry. They're not eating any less, but we're definitely paying more for it now. You know, what is a value meal now at McDonald's? Like $13 or something average? You better be bringing back that dollar menu, Ronald. Either that or hand it over to Grimace, because the Hamburglar has clearly started running things around there. No more supersized meals. You can thank your health freaks for that. People are still fat. It did no good to do away with them. If you want to be a fatty and eat more food, you should be allowed to do so. And it shouldn't be unaffordable either. The 5th thing that has gone away and is never coming back is very similar to the first thing I mentioned, but you have your music stores. Places like Plan 9, where you used to be able to go and comb through cassette tapes and CDs and albums. Towards the end, you could even scan the little barcode and listen to a select few songs, or maybe even all the songs, on that CD. You had Napster, MP3 players come out, then iTunes. People can get on YouTube and watch music videos all day long. I think there's still a small group, or maybe even a growing group of people that want vinyl records just because they claim they sound better or different. But other than that little specialty category there, nobody's ever going to physically buy music again when you can hit a button and download it or just watch it for free on your phone. Let's face it though, hearing your favorite song's not as special anymore when you've always got it at the push of a button. When you used to have to dig it out and find it, you didn't listen to it as much, which made that song even more special. However, we live in a very fast-paced society. Nobody enjoys trying to find anything. It's all about having it instantly. These kind of stores are never coming back. The number 6 thing that is never coming back again, payphones. Now, payphones you used to see along the boardwalk about every 10 feet at the beach. Boatloads of them at airports. Every kind of convenience store you rolled up to had a phone outside of it. The payphones are never coming back, and I don't know of anybody that really misses those. Number 7, the alarm clock. The payphone is not the only thing that the cellular telephone killed. If you have a smartphone, you have a built-in alarm on that phone, and therefore, when you're plugging it in and laying it on your nightstand to charge at night, there is absolutely no need to have an alarm clock right beside of it when you can just set the alarm on your phone. Any way you want to be woke up, your phone can do it for you at any volume. It's not just high and low. Nobody's going to get an alarm clock anymore. The 8th thing that has disappeared and will never again return are the coveted Christmas catalogs or department store catalogs. Boy, I remember J.C. Penney used to send a catalog out at Christmas time that was as thick as a Bible, and the back section was just nothing but toys. And as a little boy, that was very exciting to me. I can remember taking an ink pen and circling all the things that I want for Christmas as I flip through these pages. And this would take hours, sometimes days to do. Now you have to get onto their website and look through their web store. If you take that pen and try and circle the stuff you want, it damages the screen, and that's not good. That gets expensive. And so it's kind of ruined the fun, really. They're trying to get rid of cows now because they fart too much, and the methane in their flatulence is eating a hole in the ozone layer. You think they're going to cut down a tree and print catalogs anymore? Not even going to be able to use steak here soon. I'm going to peaceful protest when that happens too. 9th thing that has gone away and is never coming back is your how-to manuals. This would include encyclopedias, dictionaries. People don't read those things to learn stuff anymore. They watch YouTube videos just like you're doing now. You want to know how to spell a word, you Google it. You don't go to your bookshelf and get an encyclopedia. You're going to look it up on the internet. And finally, number 10, the manual transmission. What used to be called the standard transmission is now called a special order, and automatic is the new standard. I read an article the other day where a mechanic wrecked somebody's vehicle trying to pull it into the garage to service it because he didn't know how to drive it. It was a 5-speed. You're hard-pressed to find people that know how to operate a clutch anymore, and therefore Other than a few specialty vehicles like Jeeps, high-performance cars, specialty vehicles, they still offer manual transmission as an option. But let's face it, it has so many electronics on it, it's not even really a true manual anymore. Half the fun was knowing that you might take out 3 vehicles behind you if your foot slips off the wrong pedal. And that's just something where if you haven't experienced it, you'll probably never get to. Because everybody wants an automatic. And that is the Pretend Farmer's perspective. 10 things used to be around, they're not around anymore, and they're not coming back. Now, these are obviously not the only things that have gone away. So, if you have something fun that you'd like to add, leave a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. With technology and everything advancing so much, it's easy to think about all the stuff that we've gained, but we don't often sit around and think about what all we've lost. So I hope this video serves as a reminder not to forget those things. They're not coming back, but it's still fun to remember. Till next time, this is the Pretend Farmer, signing out.